I watched the week's worth of work and now it's time for a YouTube video. What am I making the video about? I'm going to code an animation I used in my previous video. For someone who doesn't know, I use Manim for those simple text animations that you see in my videos. And honestly, Manim is capable of more than that. How capable, you ask? Well, this should give you an idea. Anyways, this is the animation I will try to recreate. The actual animation took me less than 5 minutes in After Effects. I start by importing everything from Manim onto the project file. Then I create a class which inherits from the scene class defined in Manim. I define a construct function for this class, which is how Manim creates its animations, I guess. Next, I need a plane, a number plane. Why, you ask? It will be helpful in determining the position of those rectangles I will create soon. You might notice that even if I created the plane, it won't show up on the scene. That is because everything you create needs to be added to the scene for it to be visible. There are two ways of adding things onto the scene: add and play. Add is used to simply add stuff onto the scene, and play is used for actual animation classes in Manim. Next, I need to create the text which says day 1 create and day 2 post. \n means a new line, so anything after it will be put on a new line in the actual scene. Next, let's create the left and the right bar and move them to a specific distance using the move to method provided by Manim. Now here comes the challenging part. I want this right bar to shrink from top to bottom, and bottom should stay in place. You might think there has to be a way in Manim to do this, right? No, the fuck there isn't. I asked ChatGPT to do it for me, and God forbid me, these animations cannot get any horrendous. Although it did manage to create something I was looking for, albeit not that great. And then my mind cooked something real good. Instead of trying to animate the right rectangle itself, what if I just transform it into something that I want to? So I created a temporary short right bar and moved it down to match the base of tall bar. For now, I will put everything into action and see how it looks. Looks good so far. After that, I create 3 small bars identical to that of the temporary one. The number plane I added came in clutch in positioning these small bars. Then I create 2 V groups, one containing everything except the right tall bar and the other containing those small bars. After that, I created a small list of animations which included the first group moving to the left and fading into the abyss. Now here comes the second challenging part. I wanted to create the animation where other 2 small bars come out of the one on the extreme right. I think I saw something similar to this in Manim docs. Something named target. Oh, here it is. Target position. You can set a target from which the fade-in animation happens. Now this animation list cannot be used as its own because, well, it won't render anything. Luckily, Manim has this animation group function or class which can be used to play multiple animations at the same time. That snowflake in front of the list variable basically unpacks the list. Then I created some more fade-in text animations for the labels and views of these bars. And then I created the grown bars which shows the view counts. It's all the same, where I create 3 different bar objects and then create a V group of them and then finally animate them. If you ask what is this compact version of the list, it's called list comprehension. And if you don't know what that means, I don't really think you need to know about it. Now there is one issue here. Why did I not animate the view count growing? Well, it was way tougher than I thought, and honestly I just don't know how to use the number and variable class in Manim. So I will leave it on that. But the animation looks pretty clean in my opinion. So how long did it take me to make this animation? Besides the point that the actual video is probably less than 5 minutes, it took me more than 2 hours, 1 hour and 30 minutes of actual coding the animation and an hour or so of reading Manim documentation before the coding session. If you want to take this for yourself, I will leave the link to the project file posted on my GitHub, but make sure to install Manim by following the official documentation. Oh, by the way, there was one more thing in the animation that I forgot to tell you guys about, and it was somewhere around here. I think it was around the grown bar animations, and when I actually animate the bars, I guess there is element of surprise.